As the day begins, everything around you is waking up. The light is slowly filling the room. The world is already moving forward. But inside, you feel still. Maybe you woke up earlier than usual. Or maybe you opened your eyes and immediately felt a quiet weight settle in your chest. Not panic. Not sadness loud enough to cry over. Just a gentle, constant sense of being alone. You're awake, but there's no excitement waiting for you. No message you're hoping to see. No one you feel drawn to reach out to right now. The day has started, but your heart feels like it's standing slightly apart from it. Nothing dramatic happened. Nothing fell apart overnight. And yet, there's this feeling that you're carrying the morning by yourself. You may already be thinking about what needs to get done, the conversations you'll have, the responsibilities you'll step into. And even though you'll show up, smile when needed, and keep going, there's a quiet place inside you that feels unseen. You're here. You're breathing. You're moving forward. But right now, as this day begins, you feel alone in a way that doesn't make noise and doesn't ask for attention. It just sits with you. And if that's where you are this morning, you don't need to rush past it. If you're feeling this quiet loneliness, there is nothing wrong with you. You're not being dramatic. You're not failing. And you're not weaker than you should be. This feeling doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It doesn't mean you've drifted away. It doesn't mean there's something missing in your faith. Loneliness can exist even when life looks full. You can feel it while sitting at a table with family. You can feel it around people who know your name. You can feel it in the middle of a busy schedule, surrounded by noise, conversations, and responsibilities. Sometimes it shows up when you're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're showing up. You're being responsible. You're holding things together. And still, inside, there's a sense that no one really sees how much you're carrying. Feeling alone does not mean you are abandoned. It does not mean you've failed spiritually. It does not mean your faith is weak or broken. It simply means you are human, with a heart that feels deeply. You don't need to pressure yourself to be stronger right now. You don't need to talk yourself out of what you feel. You don't need to compare your inside world to how others seem to be doing. There are burdens you've been holding quietly, questions you haven't said out loud, emotions you've learned to keep contained so you can keep functioning. And it makes sense that your heart feels tired. You are not wrong for feeling this way. You are not failing because this morning feels heavy. You are not less faithful because you woke up feeling alone. God sees how much you've been carrying quietly, even the parts you don't have words for yet. You don't have to fix this feeling before the day begins. You're allowed to acknowledge it. You're allowed to be where you are. And you're allowed to stay here for a moment longer, without judgment, without pressure, and without needing to have everything figured out yet. There is a promise meant for moments like this, not for when everything feels settled, not for when your heart has already caught up with the day, but for mornings that begin quietly, with a sense of being alone. Listen to these words slowly. and let them rest where you are. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. That's all. No conditions attached. No expectations placed on you first. It doesn't say, the Lord waits until your heart is healed. It doesn't say he comes closer after you've found the right words or gathered enough strength. It simply says, he is close. Close means near, present, within reach. Even when your heart feels heavy in a way you can't fully explain. Even when the loneliness isn't dramatic or obvious, but quiet and steady. Even when you're functioning on the outside while something inside feels tender. This promise isn't trying to explain your pain. It's not trying to solve it quickly or move past it. It's simply letting you know that you are not facing this moment from a distance. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. Brokenhearted doesn't always mean overwhelmed or falling apart. Sometimes it means tired from carrying things quietly. Sometimes it means feeling unseen. Sometimes it means starting the day without the sense of connection you wish you had. And closeness doesn't mean the answers arrive immediately. It doesn't mean the day suddenly feels easy. It means presence before solutions. It means you are not alone in this space, even if it feels that way. It means you don't have to tidy up your emotions before being met. It means nothing about this morning disqualifies you from being near. This promise meets you where you are, not where you think you should be by now. Right here, in this quiet beginning, in this moment where your heart feels tender and a little exposed. You don't have to force yourself to feel better for this to be true. You don't have to pretend the loneliness isn't there. You don't have to rush ahead to prove anything. The Lord is close, not watching from far away, not waiting for you to catch up emotionally, close to your breathing, close to the thoughts you haven't said out loud, close to the part of you that feels like it's standing alone at the start of the day. Let that nearness settle gently, not as something to analyze, but as something to rest in before anything else begins. Lord, you see them right now. You see this morning as it truly is for them, not as it looks on the outside. You see the quiet loneliness they woke up with, the heaviness that settled in before the day even began. They are not pretending before you. They are not hiding how alone they feel. They are tired of carrying this silently. So right now, there is no need to be strong, no need to explain it away, no need to act like everything is fine. They admit what is real. They feel alone. They feel unseen. They feel the weight of starting another day without the comfort they wish they had. And you receive that honesty without judgment. Lord, you are not distant from this moment. You are not silent while they sit with these feelings. You are not overlooking them as the world moves on. You are close, closer than their fears, closer than the uncertainty pressing in, closer than the loneliness that feels so present right now. You are the God who stays, the God who does not turn away when things feel heavy, the God who does not need them to be okay before you come near. Even when they feel forgotten, You have not forgotten them, even when their heart feels overlooked. You are attentive, even when their thoughts feel scattered. You remain steady. So right now, Lord, they ask for what they need most, not answers, not explanations, not a perfectly mapped out day. They ask for your presence. Come close to them in this quiet place. Sit with them in the stillness of this morning. Let them sense that they are not carrying this day alone. Bring peace where there is anxiety. Bring calm where fear is whispering about what lies ahead. Bring reassurance where uncertainty keeps their mind restless. You know the heaviness they're holding, the responsibilities waiting, the conversations they're already dreading, the moments today that feel like they'll require more strength than they feel they have. Meet them there, where loneliness feels sharp. Soften it with your nearness. Where fear feels loud, quiet it with your steady presence. Where uncertainty clouds their thoughts, give them a simple sense of grounding. Where they feel unseen, remind them gently that you see every part of them. They don't need to feel rushed into peace. They don't need to force themselves into hope. They only need to know they are accompanied. So give them the grace to breathe slowly again, to let their shoulders relax, to loosen the grip they've had on holding everything together by themselves. And now, Lord, they place this day into your hands, not because they understand what it will bring, not because they feel fully ready, but because they don't want to walk into it alone. They surrender the need to figure everything out before moving forward. They surrender the pressure to feel different than they do right now. They surrender the belief that they must carry today on their own strength. Walk with them through the ordinary moments, through the quiet ones, through the moments when the loneliness tries to return. Let them feel your steadiness beside them, step by step, moment by moment. Even if the feelings don't disappear right away, let them know they are not abandoned. Even if the answers don't come today, let them know they are not overlooked. Even if the path ahead feels uncertain, let them know they are not alone. Hold them gently as this day unfolds. Stay near when the noise grows. Remain present when they feel small. And let them move forward knowing this one simple truth. They do not have to walk today by themselves. Before you move on, stay here just a moment longer. There is no need to rush back into the noise of the day yet. Let this truth rest gently with you. You are not alone as this day begins. Even if the feelings shift later, even if the day becomes busy or demanding, even if the quiet loneliness tries to return, you are not walking forward by yourself. Right now, you are part of a quiet community, people starting their day the same way you are. Choosing to pause, to breathe, and to place this morning into God's hands. You don't have to carry everything at once. You don't have to be ready for every moment ahead. You are allowed to take this day one step at a time. As you begin to move forward, take this sense of companionship with you. Let it steady you. Let it soften you. You are part of this prayer family. and you don't have to disappear into the day alone. We'll meet again here tomorrow.